Okay, so today we're going to dive into this whole idea of de rigueur.
De rigueur.
And, this is basically like what's expected of us, right? Like
Yeah.
what we got to do to be, quote unquote, socially acceptable.
Right, exactly. Like those unwritten rules of, fashion etiquette, all that stuff.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times it's like we don't even realize these rules exist until like we break them, right?
Absolutely. You're just kind of going through life and then boom, you hit this invisible wall and you're like, okay, there's a rule here, I guess.
Totally. And like one of the sources we're looking at for this deep dive, it actually has this funny anecdote about
Oh, yeah.
accidentally pointing over the glass at a pizza place.
Oh, I've totally done that.
Yeah. And it's like you get this look from the person behind the counter and you're like, oh my gosh, I did something wrong.
Yeah, you just instantly know like you've broken some unspoken code.
And it gets you thinking, right? Like what other weird social norms are out there that we don't even know about?
It's like an iceberg. The stuff we see is just the tip.
So that's what we're going to unpack today. Like what are these unspoken rules and like why do they even exist?
Yeah, and I think one of the interesting things that the sources point out is that a lot of these rules, they actually have like a historical reason for being there.
Like they didn't just appear out of thin air.
Right. Like maybe in the past there was some problem or some abuse that happened and the rule was created to like prevent that from happening again.
So it's like understanding the root reason can help us make sense of the rule itself.
Exactly. And then we can start to ask ourselves, okay, is this rule still relevant today? Like, does it still serve its original purpose?
And that leads to like a really important question, right? Like when is it actually okay to break these rules?
Right, because sometimes, a rule might be outdated or it might not apply to a certain situation.
Or maybe there's like a really good reason to break it.
Exactly. Like the sources talk about this idea of having a just cause for breaking a rule.
Like you're not just doing it to be rebellious. You're doing it because like you actually believe it's the right thing to do.
And there's something to be gained from breaking the rule, right? Like it's not just for kicks.
It's like the difference between like accidentally hovering your hand over the pizza toppings and someone like intentionally messing with the toppings.
Yeah, one is like an honest mistake. The other is like, deliberately causing chaos.
But it's interesting though, right? Like these social rules, even though they can feel kind of limiting sometimes,
Yeah.
they also kind of like provide a structure for how we interact with each other.
Right. They create a sense of predictability and order.
Like if everyone just did whatever they wanted all the time, it would be pretty chaotic.
Total anarchy.
And one of the sources actually has this beautiful quote from Rabindranath Tagore that I think kind of ties into this whole idea.
Oh, yeah.
He says, clouds come floating into my life no longer to carry rain or usher storm, but to add color to my sunset sky.
Wow. That's beautiful.
And I feel like it speaks to this idea of like accepting the unexpected, right? Like not everything has to go according to plan.
Yeah, like embracing those moments when things go off script.
And that can definitely apply to social situations too, right? Like sometimes you just got to roll with the punches.
Absolutely.
So to sum it all up for you, de rigueur is all about those like unspoken social expectations.
The stuff we're supposed to do.
And understanding the reasons behind those expectations can help us decide when it might be okay to like break the mold a little bit.
Right, because sometimes breaking the rules is actually the right thing to do.
Exactly. And while those rules can help keep things running smoothly, there's also something to be said for being adaptable and like embracing the unexpected.
I like that, yeah.
Now, here's something for you to think about after this deep dive is over.
Okay.
Think back to a time when you encountered a social norm that maybe seemed a little strange to you.
Like you didn't quite get it.
Yeah, or maybe you even like accidentally broke it without realizing.
Ooh, I've done that plenty of times.
Now that we've talked about all these like underlying reasons for social rules, why do you think that particular rule exists?
That's a good question.
Like, does it still make sense today? Or is it just kind of like a leftover from the past?
Yeah, like is it still serving a purpose?
It's something to really ponder.
Yeah.
Because these rules, they shape how we interact with each other in so many ways.
They really do. It's fascinating.
So yeah, think about it and let us know what you come up with.
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
All right, that's it for this deep dive. Thanks for listening.
See?
Bye.